and welcome to the Sailing My Magic channel. My name is Duke and I am solo sailing Magic, my 2015 Lagoon catamaran, around the world. When I arrived in Fiji, I had some storm damage and I needed to haul out. But in this location, the travel lift, which is the normal way of hauling out boats, wasn't wide enough to haul out my catamaran. So I was looking at other ways to do it. But then I got a message that I had a family emergency. I had to hop in a taxi, drive as quickly as possible to the Nadi airport in Fiji. Got on the airplane. It was Fiji Airways flying into California. Unfortunately, on the Fiji Airlines flight, I was directly below an air conditioner wearing only a t-shirt and shorts, and I was frozen on that 10.5-hour trip and got extremely sick along the way and spent my week in California being sick there. Started to get better, got on the flight, got sick all over again on the flight back from California to Fiji. I noticed some interesting things on the way back. This is a narrow gauge railroad, and this railroad was used to transport sugarcane, and in this case it comes up to the entrance to the marina. Also past the University of Fiji, which I thought was interesting. It's a very large university, lots of interesting greenery around it, and you got to forgive me, I'm still don't have my full voice back. Was very sick along with this. Some great scenery coming into and out of the airport. I mean, this is a main road, and you can still see all the lush vegetation. And yes, I had lost my voice for 2 weeks completely. That caused several other problems. I was unable to do a video. You can see some of the variety of different environments in Fiji. This is an interesting catamaran. It was built out of bits and pieces of other wrecks and bits of wood. When I returned to Fiji, I had to do a haul out. Now, I remember I showed a diagram of lifting points on my boat and showed the sling lift, travel lift. Well, they can't do that here. They have a trailer with all sorts of hydraulic controls on it. They lift up the catamarans that way. The guy that you see standing there, he's got a belly pack on him that's got a radio remote control to control all the different hydraulic adjustments. So the tractor has the trailer on it. You motor your boat up over the part of the trailer. They tie it off so your boat doesn't move, and then they adjust the trailer lift to go to the lift points on the diagram that you give them. So you really do need the diagram from the manual, which I happen to have, and you lift at those lift points, and that way it doesn't break the bulkheads or punch any holes in the fiberglass or anything like that. Sorry, I'm losing my voice again. It's interesting, all the different adjustments on that trailer. It's really an amazing thing because it's out in the water. The tongue of it actually extends out probably another 10 or 12 feet farther. Now remember, I had a bimini up here, and it would have covered this helm station. But you can see to the bottom on the right corner that the bimini top has fallen down. And here you can see the bimini top hanging out over the edge. And the guy is down in the water adjusting or giving directions on how to adjust the lift trailer, so it's in exactly the right place. And I got picked up. Jerry he's the head of the tender operators, I think, but I've met him several times. He came over to pick me up, and he was taking me over to deliver me to shore because they don't want me on the boat during the time it's actually being lifted out of the up the ramp in case something bad happens. So here he is taking me over to the dock so I can go up here. So I've circled around, and they've got the boat partway out of the water. They're still doing adjustments as they go. And right now, see how long that tongue is? They're pulling the tongue of the trailer in hydraulically. That's a very slow process. Now, my boat weighs about 7.5 tons with nothing in it. And at the same time, I've got about 2,000 pounds of water and fuel on board. I've also got canned goods, spare parts, tools, all sorts of things that are extra weight on board. I don't think I could even guess. My recollection is on the U.S. Coast Guard registration, it gives 21 tons of displacement. In other words, the boat will still float if you have 21 tons on it. Not that you want to put that much on it, but anyway, here they started the tractor. Now, people think that tractors just pull the boats right up out of here. Most tractors do not have a lot of horsepower. Most of the time, like this one has 85 written on the hood. I would not be surprised if it's 85 horsepower. At the same time, they've got a winch on the front of it. You can see it here, and you can see a cable coming out of the winch. So they've got that attached to help the tractor pull it up. Now, a tractor pulling, let's say 9 tons, once it gets on level ground, that's not a problem. But pulling it uphill, they need that winch on there. But it made several bong sounds with the winch line under pressure, and you got to be real careful with that. The winch line, it's about 3/4 of an inch thick. If that snaps, it'll kill anybody that's around it. So you don't want to be right in front or right behind that tractor with that winch line out. You can see here they're getting it up. It's out of the water entirely. They do a few more adjustments to level off the boat. Got a few fingerprints and stuff on the front of the boat there from the guys going in the water and checking on things. But that just means that they were being careful and they did it right. The tractor is working really hard to get that boat up the ramp. Just crawls along there until they get it up onto solid ground. Now, once they get it up there, I was actually moved to a spot that was very close to the ramp. So the tractor with no winch on the front can move the boat around by itself, even though it's 85 horsepower. Tractors don't have a lot of horsepower. What they have is torque. They don't go real fast, but they have a lot of power that way. So there they are back in my boat into the space that it's going to be at. And it's really funny because if you look at that tarp covered thing over there, that was another boat just like mine, another Lagoon 380. But while I'm out of the water, I also wanted to get the cushions replaced. There's 9 cushions in the salon. So here I have a guy making a template to create the cushions for me. Very knowledgeable guy. I didn't want to go with the white vinyl like before because that cracks. Now, if you look and see here, the solar panels are no longer on top of the bimini top. I put one solar panel in that cabin, another solar panel in the other one. Please click on like and subscribe. I really need that at this time, and it does very much help me. And with that, it's time for a sundowner, and I really need to rest. Thank you all.